Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a few days since I've made a post or a video. So um since my first video, I ended up getting picked up on the moderation team for Angry Pitbull Club, and I want to make that known, that. But I'm going in with this video on this is my personal opinion. It's not representing the staff. Just want to talk about the project a little bit and see where it's headed and my thoughts on it. So yesterday, as we know, was public release, and the project minted out in a pretty quick time, just a little over an hour, I believe. And technically speaking, I think it actually, it minted out probably faster than that, but we had a lot of pending transactions that weren't going through. So it actually minted out faster than that. It just took a little bit. So really cool things happening. Like yesterday before mint, we had Little Mosey on board, and then we had a post from the game on Instagram. So definitely big names involved, as expected. I mean, that's what we've all been kind of expecting out of this, and it's happening. So the team's definitely delivering when it's coming to that. And then this is early game, right? We still have to get through the reveal, which will be on Saturday. There's going to be some lucky people for sure. I think 10 rares and then 1 ultra rare. So someone's gonna get lucky, dude, and get a big payday out of it, and I think that's awesome. But I think the project's really, for the most part, really on track. We've got to get through. What I try to explain to people is you've got to get across this bridge, right? This is a big hurdle that we needed to get over, and we did. We minted out in good time, and it's definitely looking good. But one thing I want to talk about too is, this project is kind of special in a way. There's a lot of people that doubted this thing, but just because of the traditional route wasn't taken when it comes to the NFT route and the marketing from it. These guys, the founders of this, were just meme pages on Instagram, right? And they had this idea and they wanted to go for it, and they kind of did their own marketing route with it, and it looks like it paid off. But there was a lot of people doubting, right? Because they weren't getting all these big NFT influencers involved and all that. So I was actually talking with some guys that aren't even really aren't part of the project really. They're interested in it, or they might own a couple, but they're really big into the NFT space, and they were telling me, like, man, we kind of had our doubts, and then this thing did what it did, and there's a lot of eyes on it now. So there's for sure a lot of eyes on this project right now, just because of that reason. The traditional route wasn't taken, and it succeeded. So definitely really cool, a cool thing to happen. And as far as like the floor prices and all that stuff go, guys, for guys of you that are new, this is totally normal. That 0.1 range or so, it's not unusual at all. It's very, very common. And as far as getting the floor raised and all that, time will just have to tell for that. This is definitely a project that you more invest into for a long term, for sure, because it's going to be built around a lot of hype. I know that the founders of this thing are going to continue to put their head down and push forward and try to get people on board, try to make some really cool stuff happen. I've talked to them a little bit about their future, and man, there's a lot of people that are interested in this project that are definitely respectable, reputable people. So I think time will tell with what's going to happen with this. Obviously, there's going to be the paper hands that are going to be selling. A lot of these low prices that you're seeing aren't even necessarily like paper hands. They're just people that are just flipping. They're just flipping, buying, flipping, buying, flipping, buying, flipping. Just the same thing like with crypto, regular currencies. So don't get too involved into that and start, flooding the project over it, because it's normal. And we don't know for sure what's going to happen on reveal, right? Like, reveal could go one way or the other. Traditionally when these reveals happen, usually the floor will actually drop some, but we're just gonna have to wait and see what it's gonna do. We know we've got Wells involved. There's guys with hundreds of these things right now in multiple wallets, and it's there's buzz around it for sure. And I think personally, my opinion is I think it's definitely a long-term hold, because I think eventually this thing's probably gonna take off, and I think it's really cool how they're wanting to do the merch for holders and stuff. You know, when there's hype built up around things, and it'll be, I think it'll be pretty cool, right? They're talking about coming out with merch, and it's not necessarily just gonna be like cheap little whatever merch. It's gonna be like quality stuff for the people that are holders. And as far as like, they're serious about want to do some events for the project, you know, as far as like real life interactions. And I think that's really awesome. I mean, how cool would it be to have some type of a event or venue where we could go have a party, hang out, meet with each other, mingle. And I mean, I think it's a really cool opportunity. And you know, with those events, you know, who knows who might show up, right? Like it could be we could have some really big names in there. And I think outside of just the project, things like that are really important because it allows you to network with people. It allows you to get out and just kind of talk with people and explore different options. And it's, you know, that's how great things are started, right? Is from talk and communication. So I think that's a really cool idea, and it's something that's not necessarily being done. This project's very unique. It's not necessarily just geared towards, you know, the blockchain interaction. There's a lot of real life stuff that they're trying to push with this thing. And I think, you know, like one big common, I don't know if it's necessarily a mistake, but it's kind of a weird thing to try to compare something to something like BAYC, or CryptoPunks, Bored Ape Yacht Club, that is. You know, those are kind of like 1 in a million type deals. And of course you want to try to strive for that. You know, that's what everyone wants. But is it really a realistic thing to really put all your blood, sweat, and tears into? I don't think it is. Now, do I think this project is capable of turning numbers like those have? I do. I think I really honestly do think so. I think it's just gonna take time and have hype built up around it, a little bit more elaborate stuff coming out with the roadmap. But this, like I said, this is a bridge that had to be crossed, and we've crossed this bridge. It's checked off the checklist. So we minted out in a good time. And I think that shows a lot, honestly, especially with the route that was taken. It wasn't the traditional NFT marketing route, trying to pay big NFT influencers and all that. You know, we as a community, dude, we made this thing happen. And like I said, there's a lot of eyes on us. So I truly still have a great feeling about this project. I have no intentions of pulling out. I'm still holding what I've minted. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments, what you think so far. I'd be interested to see some of y'all's takes and how you guys feel about it, truthfully, and maybe even some ideas to throw out there that could be brought up to the moderation team and founders of this thing, and see what you guys think. So let's keep our eyes on the prize, guys. And also, one thing I want to talk about too is I know this channel has been just pretty much over APC content, but I do plan on broadening my horizons a little bit. And if you guys would be interested in following me on that journey and seeing where it goes, let me know if I should put some time and effort into it, because I think it would be cool to start exploring other projects and maybe just talking about them, and maybe we can get a group of guys, and you know, maybe we can create this channel can be created to kind of like maybe follow me throughout and see where we end up. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.